The Su-47 Berkut, Russia's bold leap into the future of flight. In the fading light of the 20th century, as the Cold War's shadows stretched long over the vast expanse of the Russian Federation, a remarkable machine took to the skies, a marvel both beautiful and formidable. Cutting through the air over Moscow, this aircraft was unlike anything the world had seen before, a testament to audacious engineering and a symbol of a nation pushing the boundaries of aeronautical possibility. This was the Su-47 Berkut, an experimental fighter jet that would become one of the most fascinating chapters in the history of human flight. The story of the Su-47 begins in the 1980s, during the twilight of the Soviet Union. At that time, the superpower rivalry between the USSR and the United States was as much about technological supremacy as it was about ideology. The Americans were developing what would become the F-22 Raptor, a fifth-generation fighter jet poised to redefine aerial combat. The Soviets knew they needed a response, something that could not only match, but potentially surpass the capabilities of this new threat. Enter the Sukhoi Design Bureau, one of the Soviet Union's premier aerospace innovators. Rather than play it safe with incremental improvements, Sukhoi's engineers decided to take a bold gamble. They envisioned an aircraft that would break the mold entirely, incorporating unproven theories and advanced technologies to create a fighter unlike any other. The result was the Su-47 Berkut, which means Golden Eagle in Russian, a fitting name for such an ambitious project. The most striking feature of the Su-47 was its forward-swept wings, a design choice that immediately set it apart from traditional fighter jets. Forward-swept wings offer significant aerodynamic advantages, including exceptional maneuverability at subsonic speeds and improved performance in tight turns. They allow for shorter takeoffs and landings, providing tactical flexibility in various combat scenarios. Moreover, the wing configuration reduces the aircraft's radar cross-section when approaching head-on, offering a degree of stealthiness. However, forward-swept wings also present substantial engineering challenges. The aerodynamic Borrowiana forces acting on the wings can cause them to twist, potentially leading to structural failure. Previous attempts to utilize this design, such as during World War II and various experimental projects in the Cold War era, were limited by the materials and technology of their time. But advances in composite materials by the late 20th century made it possible to construct wings capable of withstanding these stresses. The Su-47 wasn't just about wing design. It featured movable canards, small forward wings near the nose that worked in harmony with the main wings to enhance stability and control. The aircraft was also intended to incorporate thrust vectoring engines, allowing the pilot to direct the engine's thrust to execute maneuvers that would be impossible for conventional aircraft. Combined, these features promised an aircraft of unparalleled agility and performance. But as the Su-47 project progressed, history intervened. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 brought with it economic hardship and a re-evaluation of military expenditures. Funding for the Su-47 was frozen, and the project faced cancellation. Undeterred, the Sukhoi Design Bureau decided to press on using its own resources. They believed that demonstrating the aircraft's capabilities could persuade the new Russian government to revive support for the project. In 1997, the Su-47 Berkut took flight, a sleek black silhouette cutting through the sky. The aircraft performed admirably in test flights, showcasing the promised exceptional maneuverability. Pilots reported that it handled like no other fighter they had flown, with the forward-swept wings and canards providing outstanding control. Despite these successes, the Su-47 never entered mass production. The economic realities of post-Soviet Russia meant that resources were limited, and the government chose to invest in more conventional designs that were less risky and more cost-effective. However, the Su-47 was far from a wasted effort. It served as a critical technology demonstrator, and the insights gained from its development influenced future Russian fighters, including the Sukhoi Su-47, Russia's current fifth-generation stealth fighter. The legacy of the Su-47 Berkut is one of innovation and daring. It represents a moment when engineers dared to defy convention in pursuit of superior performance. While it never became the mainstay of the Russian Air Force, its influence is felt in the advanced aircraft that followed. The Berkut remains a symbol of what is possible when imagination and technology meet, a golden eagle that soared into the pages of aviation history. In reflecting on the Su-47's journey, we're reminded of the relentless quest for advancement that defines human progress. The Berkut was more than an aircraft. It was a bold statement of intent, a vision of the future with wings swept forward toward uncharted horizons. It challenged the status quo and, in doing so, left an indelible mark on the story of flight.